Hi there, welcome to Jujube DIY. I'm Sarah. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm bringing you some boho DIYs and doing a collab with my friend Sue, who I'll talk about later on this video. But let's get into the DIYs. So for our first DIY, we're gonna take one of these. It originally came from the Dollar Tree and it said welcome in it, just like this. I clipped off the word welcome and I created my own welcome word because the C in the Dollar Tree welcome drove me absolutely crazy. I'm a little picky about it. So I wanted to create my own that looked a little more like how I like it. So here I'm showing you how I did that. I'm just using the floral wire from the Dollar Tree. I wrote out the word. In the case of my project, I had just used the word that was already there, the welcome that was already on the sign from the Dollar Tree. But this wire is so pliable that you can easily bend it in any shape you want. So you can spell any word you'd like. Next, I'm going to take some of this fix-all from the Dollar Tree. This is their super glue fix-all, and I'm going to add some of that on each side, and then I'm going to lay it on my wreath and let it dry. After that, I did spray paint it with some gold paint. Next, we're going to make some pom-poms. I don't know if you've ever seen pom-pom makers, but these are the pom-pom makers from Clover. I love these pom-pom makers. I've been using them for years. I'm a crocheter and a knitter, and so I use these to make pom-poms for my hats and whatnot. So I'm going to show you how to create pom-poms using these pom-pom makers. You're going to open up one side of the pom-pom maker and you're going to wrap yarn around these little legs. You'll wrap as many times as you know, to make it as full as you want. You can count the repetitions or whatever if you'd like. I just wrap until I'm happy with how it looks. Try to make each side even. And then there's this little channel that you run your scissors through to cut the yarn. And then you're going to tie it off using, you know, just a piece of yarn. I like to make my tails a little bit longer so that I can tie them onto stuff. And then you just open the legs up and pull it apart, and then you have a pom-pom. They're so easy and so cute. I love it. So we're going to give this little pom-pom a haircut. We want it to be nice and round and even. So we just use our scissors and just keep clipping little bits off until you're happy with it. Next, I'm taking this wired brush. This is just a pet brush that you can get at any retail store. And yeah, I just brush out the fibers so that it makes it more fluffy and full and even. And then I'll go back and clip off a little bit more so that it is a nice looking even pom-pom. Next, I wanted to create some fringe for my sign. So my daughter's Kindle just happened to be sitting there, so that's what I used. But you can use anything to make it however long you want. And then I'm just going to cut off some white and some blue. Next, we're going to take 4 strands of yarn and we're going to fold them in half. Lay that top loop over the top of your round piece and then pull the bottom through. And that creates a lark's knot. And we'll do that 9 times with blue, 9 times with white, 9 times with blue. And then I'm just going to tie my pom-poms right on. After I get them tied on, I do secure them with a little bit of hot glue just so that they're not rolling around. I don't want them to go, you know, flop to the back or anything. So then after those are secured, I'm going to just straighten out my bottoms. And then I lost that part of the footage. I ran out of space and so I didn't record it. But I just used my rotary cutter and a ruler to create a V in that. You'll see that here. So here's a look at how that project turned out. I think this is just adorable. I love the fringe. I love the colors, and I think it turned out great. So today I'm doing a collaboration with my friend Sue over at Discovering the Art of Living. If you've never been over to Sue's channel, I definitely suggest you go check her out. She's an amazing artist, an amazing DIYer, and overall just an amazing person. She's so fun. I love her personality, and I think you'll like her too. So if you haven't checked her out, go check her out after this video. She's also doing boho DIYs today. Okay, moving on, we're going to take one of these triangle shelf sitters from the Dollar Tree. If you can't find the triangles, you can always find squares, and that'll work just as well for this project. I just happen to have the triangle, so I thought I'd use it. I'm gonna give it a coat of paint inside and out with that mountain blue from Apple Barrel. Next, I'm gonna take one of these hats that I bought at Easter time. It's just like one of their straw sun hats, and I'm going to pull it apart. So I'm just gonna clip the end where you can see where it ends. It gradually tears down. I'm gonna clip the strings at that, and then once you get that clipped, it just pulls apart very easily. And you're left with this fun ribbon, basically. It almost reminds me of like cane, so I thought that would be perfect for boho. So we're just gonna use our hot glue. I was gonna run a bead of hot glue onto my triangle on the back side. And then I'm gonna put a layer of that straw hat onto my triangle. And I'm gonna continue layering this up until I reach the top, and then I will just use my scissors to clip off the edges to make it nice and clean. And there it is. Once it's all filled in, I think this looks beautiful. Next, I'm going to use some of these fall florals from the Dollar Tree that they have out right now. There's the flocking balls, the fall grass, and the wheat. So I just clipped off a bit of the wheat, and I'm just going to hot glue that right into the middle. And then I'm going to layer on the other pieces. So if you like this video so far and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to stick around. If you would like to, hit that subscribe button down below, and then hit the notification bell to all so that you don't miss out on any of my new videos coming out. I upload once or twice a week at least, and I do budget DIYs. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button. So guys, here's a look at how this turned out. I think it is really cute. I love the shape of it. I love the colors. I really do love this one a lot. So with our next DIY, we're gonna take these 4x4 frames from the Dollar Tree and one of these 8x6 canvases, also from the Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna take the canvas off of its frame because all I want is the canvas for this project. And I'll use that frame for another project later on. So using the little template inside the picture frame, I'm going to use that to create the right size of canvas for my project. So I'll just lay that out, use my box knife to cut around it so that I've got the perfect size. So we're gonna do a little painting here. I'm taking the mountain blue from Apple Barrel and a little bit of white, and I'm gonna create different shades of blue using just those two colors. So starting out, I'm gonna take the mountain blue and I'm gonna create an arch on my canvas using just a small flat paintbrush. That is the easiest way to create thick solid lines. And then I'll go in with the blue and a little bit of white to create a lighter blue shade. And I'll continue that until I've created the ombre that I want. Take a minute just to say thank you to all of my subscribers and anyone who has supported my channel. I really do appreciate you guys so very much. And I hope that you continue to enjoy my content. So then after I finished my rainbow, I just added some gold raindrops down there because my theme has got that gold in it. I wanted to pull that in just to make it all cohesive. So with this next one, I'm just doing some circles. You guys can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just using those same blues. I'm using some gold here just to create some floral in the middle. And then I'll add some little circles in the gold as well, just like again, just to tie it all in so that it all is cohesive. And what do you think about these? I love these as well. I think all my projects today I really loved. I'm kind of digging this boho theme. And my daughter has already said she's taking it all. Okay, so next project, we're taking one of these signs from the Dollar Tree. These came out in the spring, I want to say, and it had this little, I don't know, foam flower on the front of it, so I'm taking that off. And I just had to use my heat gun a little bit just to get it softened so I could pull the rest of it off. And then I'm going to cover the front of the sign with the faux leather from the Dollar Tree. I was able to find one roll in blue, so I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to hot glue that on. And then I probably shouldn't have popped it back into my frame quite yet, but I did. And then I didn't think about pulling it back out to put these stickers on, but these are just the wall stickers that I bought at the Dollar Tree, and they're just gold circles. They're perfect. I'm just going to create a pattern of these gold circles, and you'll see me put this leaf onto this frame. This is actually not staying. I did this project, finished it, and hated it. So you're getting a bonus project today because I was originally going to do 4, and like I said, I hated how this project turned out, so I wanted to create something else. And so you're getting a bonus project. This is really not a hard project though. So I'm just creating a tassel. You just wrap the yarn around your hand or whatever to make it as long as you want. Tie off the top so that it, doesn't come apart. And then you'll just tie a piece of yarn or ribbon or whatever it is you're using around kind of the top portion of your tassel here. And then you'll clip the ends and even them out so they're pretty much, the same length. So then I just wanted to add some beads to this tassel. And again, when I finished with this project, I really just hated it. So in the end, I end up painting the beads gold, and I do go over the bottom portion of this little leaf. This was a leaf decor piece that I got from the Dollar Tree in a brushed gold from Folk Art, and I loved it much better by itself. And here's a look at how that turned out. I think this is just much better. Just a wall decor with a little tassel on it. So easy peasy. So this is your actual project using this frame, and it's the last project today. I know, so sad, right? But we are going to start off with this white nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to clip off a piece that I think will fit. Just kind of eyeballing it. It can be any size you want. So I am going to wrap yarn around this nautical rope. So I'm going to start off with a piece that I'm going to fold back just to, you know, it creates a nice start for your project here. And then I'm just going to wrap that yarn around and around, covering up the nautical rope, leaving just, you know, a little bit for the ends there. And I will continue wrapping until I get to the other side. Now, side note, when you wrap, it squishes it together and makes it actually longer. So you'll want to continue to check your size as you wrap, because I ended up not needing quite as much nautical rope as I thought. So I'm just going to secure this side off with a little bit of hot glue. And I'll make sure that that's on the back side when I glue this down so that you can't see that. And then I'll just measure it so that the ends are even and clip it off. And the fun part about this is that once you get that yarn wrapped around, you can kind of, it almost feels like wire, kind of like you can mold it and it will stay where you want it to. So that's kind of cool. So using a couple different other shades of blue, I'm going to wrap up 2 more bits of nautical rope. So I'm going to fray the ends of the nautical rope here. Just going to pull them apart. And then I'm going to use that brush that I used earlier. It's just a wired pet brush. And I'm just going to brush out my yarn here. And I'll do that to all 3 of the little rainbows, and you know, just giving it a little haircut, evening it out. Doesn't have to be perfect though. So using some hot glue, I'm just going to secure that to my frame. Look at how cute this is turning out. I love this one too. Yeah, I don't know that I can decide on a favorite project today. I love them all. So using just hot glue, I'm going to secure this second rainbow to the dark blue one. And then I'll go in and use some hot glue underneath to secure it to the sign. And I'll do that with the light blue one as well. Yeah, this is just, I love this. I'll be making more of these because I love this. And my daughter was like over the moon for this. She was like, she's getting ready to turn 13 next week. Or actually, no, oh my gosh. She's turning 13 tomorrow, you guys. So she was very excited. She was like, I want those. Those are my birthday present. Of course, she'll get some more stuff, but she can have these for her birthday. So here's a look at how this turned out at the very end. Like I said before, I am in love with this. It was so easy and just turned out perfect. So yeah, so let me know, guys, which one was your favorite today? If you have one, I would love to hear it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to go check out my friend Sue. If you've not been to her channel, give her a thumbs up and a like, give her a little love. And that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys have a happy, healthy, and blessed day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.